Hey everybody, just wanted to share a quick story that I just saw that really put a smile on my face. You know, with all that's going on now, there's so many texts and news updates that we get that brings fear. There's one that I just got that really brought joy. I want to share it with you. So my friend Phil sent this to me about a guy who lives right outside New Rochelle, who was walking around into one of the restaurants there. I think it was a Chinese restaurant, a kosher Chinese restaurant, and noticed that the place was empty. And the guy was practically going out of business. And he paused for a minute and walked up to the guy, handed him a few $1,000s, and started to send packages, shalach manos, to people in New Rochelle who are in quarantine. And he mentioned in the story the level of excitement and thanks that he got from people, and just how much he did for the owner and for the people. And it dawned on me that what this man did is actually the antidote to the feelings that we're all feeling right now. You know, whenever there's a moment of crisis, your body, your mind goes into like a survival mentality. You have the fight or flight reaction. And you can feel, you can feel yourself, you know, your body starts to change, your emotions start to change. And what happens physically is that, at least mentally that is that you try to focus on yourself more because you're worried about your own survival. It's hard to be charitable if you're in the middle of a place where you fear for yourself. And so it is normal for people in these moments to be self-focused more than usual. Because my family and my this and my children and my money and I got to get more Purell and I got to hoard stores. I got to, and you see people like hoarding. I'm not saying people are doing right and wrong. I'm saying like you see this initial reaction of bring more to me, protect me and those who I love. Because whenever there's crisis, the normal reaction is to be more self-focused. But actually, while there is some level of you have to take care of yourself, once you get past that, the self-focusedness actually makes you more fearful. It makes you more worried because as you focus more on self in a world which we're living in right now, which is a world of fear from doubt, you realize that I can't control anything. And so the more I want to help myself, the more I can't control myself. And then the fear just starts to escalate and it turns into panic. And in fact, the approach really in a world of fear from doubt is actually to focus on other people. You got to take care of yourself. You got to do what's right. But once you get past that, all the effort that goes into other people is actually what's going to make you feel better. When you focus on other people, you're operating off the power of your soul, not the power of your body. And the soul isn't as scared. And the soul isn't as panicked. And the soul knows it's not in control. And the soul knows that there's a bigger purpose. And the soul knows that there's a God in this world. The soul sort of gets the wisdom of how to operate in a world of panic. And the more you act from the soul, the more you feel differently. And so, as they say, crisis makes you or breaks you. And right now, many of us are going through this world of fear from doubt. And when you're going through it, after you do what is responsible, remember, the more you focus on self, the harder it's going to be to get through this. Focus on others. Think about somebody else who has it worse than you. Call someone who may be really at a higher risk than you are. Call that person who's making a simcha, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, who's panicking, and just say that you're with them, or you're with them in spirit. Think about 5 people in your life right now who are maybe having it worse and reach out to them. Send somebody something. Say something to somebody. Because as you train yourself to be other-focused, not only are you benefiting them, but you're also benefiting yourself. Because acting like a soul wins. That's what we got to do. We have a prescription from our rabbis. Pray a little bit more. We don't run this world. God does. Increase the little level of prayers. Get it deeper. Introspect a little more. What's my life about? How can I be more meaningful? If I'm grounded, what can I do in a more meaningful way? And think of others more. Because when we think of each other, that's when we get through it. And when this passes with God's help, it will. We'll be better from it. It won't have broken us. It will have made us.